Welcome to Direct Talk. Today we're speaking to Tetsuji Ohashi. He is the president of Komatsu, the world's second largest manufacturer of construction and mining equipment. Komatsu products are essential for building infrastructure, but sluggish global demand for raw materials is also causing lower demand. Komatsu is taking bold steps, however, in incorporating information technology into its business. The company has developed a driverless dump truck, a system that uses drones to help repair disaster areas, among other projects that are bringing innovation to the construction industry. We speak to President Ohashi about his latest corporate vision.
When you look at the current business environment, the market for mining equipment and also for regular construction equipment is not looking great. However, the global demand for resources is not going to shrink. The demand side won't shrink. It's absolutely not going to get smaller. Right now, the global population is something like 7 billion. 50 years from now, we're going to have another billion people, another 2 billion people on our planet. That's a certainty. So if you look at the long term, you have the population getting bigger, which means you're going to need to build more infrastructure. And you're also going to need the resources to build it. That much is clear. The situation won't keep getting worse. It'll bounce back soon enough. Right now, we're refining our technology. We're getting ourselves ready for the next business opportunities and sowing seeds for the future. We're making ourselves stronger. That's what we have to be doing now.
Komatsu has poured a lot of effort into this new type of equipment. In recent years, there's been a shortage of skilled, experienced construction workers. So Komatsu has turned to information technology. The topography and plan of the site is programmed into the machine. What this means is that with just half a day of training, any worker can drive it with no problems. Komatsu was founded in 1921. Originally, it manufactured tractors for agricultural work. During World War II, at the request of the military, it developed bulldozers used in the construction of airfields. These bulldozers went on to play a crucial role in Japan's post-war reconstruction and in changing Komatsu's business.
The post-war era was so chaotic, and of course the Japanese economy was in very bad shape. In this climate, Komatsu and its construction equipment quickly developed a good reputation among Japanese companies.
Komatsu rode the wave of Japan's recovery and experienced robust growth. In the 1960s, the U.S. firm Caterpillar entered the Japanese market. It was a construction equipment giant with 60% of the global market for bulldozers.
Japan was lowering barriers to the international flow of capital, and Caterpillar, this huge American firm, moved into Japan. Compared to Caterpillar, in terms of product quality, in terms of product functionality, Komatsu just couldn't compete. We were a relatively poor company. People thought we were going to get absolutely crushed. People were saying a lot of stuff along those lines. In the construction equipment business, Caterpillar alone was equivalent to the top 3 companies combined in an industry like car making. Imagine the world's top 3 car makers all entering the Japanese market at the same time. How could we possibly keep going? But the president of our company at the time laid out a vision for how we were going to get customers to stay with us and how we were going to survive. We had to make great products. That was the crucial thing. We had to do everything we could to make great products. From all the parts used to make a bulldozer to our engines, we carefully checked the quality and the durability of every single part, one by one. Komatsu was determined to make high-quality products, and that's why it succeeded. At the time, we were producing 96 bulldozers a year, and we made 1/4 or 1/5 of that number a test of this philosophy. It was a big experiment, and money was no object. We spent whatever it took. Our goal was to produce the absolute best product possible.
Before this initiative, Komatsu's bulldozers were good for about 3,000 hours of work. But improvements in quality boosted their working life to 5,000 hours, equal to Caterpillar. It was a big success for Komatsu. And these new bulldozers were soon put to the test. In 1969, the city of Los Angeles experienced extremely heavy rainfall. Rivers overflowed. Houses and farmland were flooded. Over 200 people were killed or injured. The reconstruction effort required a lot of heavy machinery, and Komatsu bulldozers were imported from Japan. These bulldozers worked 10 hours a day for 2 months, and not one broke down. Komatsu equipment earned an international reputation for durability.
And so by putting quality control at the heart of our business, we were able to make extremely reliable and extremely good products. People trusted our equipment. That was huge for Komatsu. It's really what allowed the company to keep going.
Komatsu subsequently underwent a rapid overseas expansion. By 2001, it had 24 factories abroad producing its machines. Komatsu had become a world leader not only in sales, but also in maintenance.
We installed GPS in our equipment. Our machines work on mountains, deep down in valleys, all over the place. In civil engineering projects, construction work, if something broke and needed repairing, we wouldn't know where someone was if they called us for assistance. So first we needed to know where they were. But just knowing where they are isn't enough. We put sensors in the engines, in the radiators, like temperature sensors, to let us know exactly what was wrong. If something went wrong, we could tell what it was. We could check on the status of our vehicles remotely. Back in the 1990s, no one else was thinking about this stuff. This enabled us at Komatsu to offer a superior service. It was a competitive advantage. Now, this service cost quite a bit of money. So, who should bear that cost? The customer? The benefit of this new technology wasn't obvious to customers, so we decided to cover the cost and make it part of our standard service. We were really excited to get it out there.
As industrialized countries age and emerging nations grow rapidly, there is a global shortage of manpower, and the problem is getting more serious all the time. To address this, Komatsu is developing equipment that does not need a human operator.
We have a driverless dump truck. It runs using what we call our AHS technology. It was in 2005 that we started a trial run with 5 vehicles at a copper mine in Chile. And now, today, we have them in Chile, in Australia, and other places. About 90 of these driverless dump trucks are currently in operation every day. We dispatch staff to the control centers of places where these vehicles are operating, centers staffed by people, to offer advice to our customers and make sure everything is running safely and securely, and running as efficiently as possible. Our customers have said they really, really like this service. We don't want to offer anything less. Recently, last year in fact, we also introduced what we call our smart construction concept. Before construction actually begins, we send drones out to survey the site. Then, generally on a blueprint, the parts of the land that need to be removed will be indicated. With our technology, the equipment will shape the land automatically, following the blueprint. The bulldozer will know the exact coordinates. So many degrees east, so many degrees north, as well as the elevation, how many meters up. So the bulldozer goes to precisely the right place, moving its blade in precisely the right way. It does this on its own. The bulldozers, or hydraulic shovels, send out the latest data on what land has been removed, or on how overall construction is progressing, or on what the site plan actually looks like after the machines have finished their work. The equipment sends out a constant stream of data. I think this technology is extremely useful in all sorts of ways for the site manager of a construction project.
Smart construction services make up just one facet of the technology Komatsu is developing, and it hopes to employ that technology against the natural disasters the world constantly faces.
Before an earthquake happens, we go ahead and generate a three-dimensional map of a place. Then, after an earthquake, we can compare and see what's different, where the earth moved, how we can get it back to the way it was. Also, say for instance there's a landslide, afterwards we can refer to our map and see how to move things back, or where to remove earth. I think being able to do that will have a major impact. I think we have a lot of ways we can help out. Think carefully, act decisively. Things are changing so fast these days that you have to make a lot of decisions quickly. However, you can still think carefully by constantly coming up with ideas, constantly running simulations of them. And if a certain action seems like the right one, then you have to completely go for it. Being able to execute is crucial. It's extremely important, I think.